Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah, and this channel is all about zero-based budgeting and cash stuffing. I'm married to my husband Aaron, who is a work-from-home software engineer, and I'm a salon owner here in Bangor, Maine. We have 4 children who are busy in sports and other activities, and we also homeschool our 3 boys. So I work very part-time, but I'm so grateful to have found this budgeting method to help us manage our finances and enabled me to be home and mostly available for the kids. I've been cash stuffing since July of 2023, and I found so much inspiration here on other YouTubers' channels. And starting this channel was one of my goals for 2025. So here I am, making cash stuffing videos on YouTube, and I'm ready to jump into our first cash stuffing of February. Thank you for joining me. Please subscribe and leave a comment if you enjoy this type of content, and let's get right into cash stuffing $1,115. So first thing we're going to do is give this cash a count. So 51, 52, 53, 50. So 350, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So $1,115 is what we have here. And right off camera, I have my cash planning sheet where I have my categories and all the amounts that are going to go into each envelope. So I'll be looking at that as we're stuffing. Very first thing we're going to start with is my wallet. So usually what happens on the day that I go to the bank is I get all of my cash, and the very first thing I do is take my cash, stuff my grocery envelope, and then go get groceries right away. So I did want to take just a minute. Just this month, like early on in January, I found the Budget Mom here on YouTube. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen her or watched any of her content. But she has the Budget by Paycheck method, and she has a workbook that goes with that. That's a year-long tracking workbook for just managing all of your budgets. So she has her videos that are all, she gets paid once a month. So hers is a monthly budget. I've adapted mine to be every 2 weeks, which is usually I do my cash stuffings every 2 weeks. So my budget per se runs for 2 weeks. And so it's really like changed my mind of how I do some of my cash planning and some of my budgeting. And I've started it this month, and I used it for all of January. And so she talks about like opening a budget as you plan for it, and then closing a budget when you are through that time period. So I just closed my first budget in January. So I don't know, I'm still kind of wrapping my head around so many of her ideas and methods. But one of the things that she has in her shop is she has printable cash envelopes. So these are just paper, like just regular 8.5 by 11 paper. And you print them and cut them out. And so they have these trackers. So these are disposable. Like you use them for one budget period, and then you would throw it away, and you'd write on it and track as you go. So I know I've told you guys in the past, all I really carry for cash in my wallet is my grocery money, and everything else I still cash stuff for, but then I usually pay myself back when I do an unstuffing. So tracking all of your spending is a big part of this method, so that you know how much you need to put back. So yeah, right when I went to the bank, I got my grocery money and I went grocery shopping. So I've taken my first amount out of here. So I went grocery shopping at Walmart on 131, and it was $90, and I started with 500, and then I was left with 410, and then I was out to eat with some friends, and I left a tip for $10. So I took that up from here because this was the only envelope that I happened to have with me at the time. So there's that. There's $400 left in here, and then this will last me the rest of the, well, I guess there's 10 days left in this time period. So that's what grocery has. And then I've decided, I've normally left pizza and fast food money in the bank and just tracked it and unstuffed from an envelope later on. But I decided this time I'm going to try carrying some of the cash. So I budget $100 every 2 weeks for this category. What I decided to do is leave 30 in the bank, and then I'm going to stuff 70 in here. So I'm going to take a 50 and a 20 to stuff in here. And I will go ahead and write on here. So this is pizza and fast food. And then it's starting with $70. And so then any transactions that I have, I will write in and keep a running balance here. And then I will also, in my spending tracker, so the budget by paycheck method has spend trackers from all of your accounts, including a cash tracker, any checking account that you use. I personally have 2 checking accounts that we spend from regularly. So then you're having a cash tracker, both of those checking trackers, and then also keeping a tracker for any credit card expenses you do. So I will be running 4 trackers during this pay period, and then unstuff at the end as needed, or pay myself back as needed, or just be able to track any cash and what I spent it on in the meantime. So my wallet is set. I do have a little bit of cash here just that I had pulled to go to an event, and money that I thought I would spend and I did not. So I'm going to set that aside and see if I can find a savings challenge later on that I can add that to. So the first binder I'm going to pull is my kids binder. And the first category is education, and that is getting 25. So like I said, we homeschool, but this will go towards any supplies we need, or saving for books for next year, for curriculum for next year. And my kids' allowance is going to get 40, and that is 2 10s and 4 5s. So that is 10, 20, 30, 40. And that's just for my kids' weekly allowance, and that's 2 weeks worth. So Sluggers is another one. I already pulled this cash in my last video. I had half of it saved for our monthly payment that I went into this is our travel baseball team, and I'm able to walk into the facility there and pay cash, which is really, really nice. So that is $570 on the first of each month. And I already had $220 that I pulled from this cash that I just went to the bank. Like, I literally went to the bank, went to the grocery store, went to Sluggers, and paid my payment. So I was already down quite a bit of cash by the time I got home and got ready to cash stuff this. So Sluggers is all set for this time around. Sports is getting 60. 50 and a 10. There we go. And I know my kids have 2 basketball tournaments coming up that I need to pay their registrations for. But those are like $30 each just to enter like some weekend tournaments. Cleats is getting 15. Let's see. So now Cleats has 20, 30, 35, 40. Oops, where am I? What did I do? I skipped a couple here. Oh, there we are. I guess I just jumped ahead on one of those. Oh, okay, and then sports travel is here, and that's getting 80. So that's 50, 20, and a 10. And it has a 50, so let's see here. So 51, 20, 30. So 130 in sports travel. And it has a $100 placeholder here, so really we have 230 in sports travel. So that is, like I said, my kids play travel baseball, and so that is for when we have to go and like stay overnight somewhere. It's usually just like around New England. That's what that's saved for. And then gaming is getting $10. Back to school is getting 5. So that's like fall clothing. Like, I know my kids don't go to school, but once that time of year rolls around and everybody needs new stuff, that's where that comes from. Back to school. And then driver's ed is getting 5. So it now has 20, 45 in driver's ed. And that is for my oldest son. We are saving for him to be able to take a driving course when he's 15. And that finishes up the kids binder. Oops, I had some money fall to the floor right there. And then this is our next binder. So starting off with birthday is getting a 50. And that's what it has. Subscriptions is not getting anything. Me and my husband's spending is getting 40. So now it has 20, 40, 65, 66, 67. And clothing is getting 25. $25, and now it has 20, 40, 60, 70. Family fun is getting 10, and that's all it has. Date night is getting 10, and it has a 20, so that will make 30. In date night, copays is not getting anything. Injections is not getting anything. Summer fun is getting a 50. So now summer fun has 50, 70, 85, and it has a $100 placeholder. So it has 185 in summer fun. Winter gear is empty and it's not getting anything right now. We are all set for that. Next is my home binder. Household is getting 5. And that's what it has. Plowing and pool is not getting anything. Heating is not getting anything. Hosting is getting a 20. So I was finding that both in plowing and in heating, I was just like putting in there how much I thought we would spend like right off, and then we were spending it right off. So I was like stuffing and unstuffing, stuffing and unstuffing like the same amount. And I just decided to take a break from that and just leave it in my checking account and just track that spending as we go. So for now, at least, I'm not going to be cash stuffing these two. Probably like in off seasons when we're not spending it, I will try to use this more like a sinking fund and be saving over time for those two things that will come around next winter. But for now, I'm just not. And then renovations is getting 25. 20 and 5, and then it has 20, 40, 60, 75 in renovations. There we go. Oh, I do have a tracker here. I'm going to write on this. So on 131, we're putting in a deposit of 25. And makes for a total of 75. There we go. I don't have trackers in all of these, but some of those ones that I don't use often, decided to put some trackers in. Okay, and then we have emergency. That is getting 16. And so here's the box for that. So when I'm cash planning, I like to just put a square on one of these. And then once I am stuffing it, I put a line through it. And, oh, we do have a $100 placeholder there. And so we're getting $16. Now emergency has 10, 15, 20, 22 plus 100. So 122 in emergency. And again, this goal is to get to 1,000. Get a good little start. 15th anniversary. Oh, 15th anniversary is fully funded. We finally just made our plan. So the end of March is our anniversary, and we have just made a plan for what we're going to do. And I had more than enough saved to be able to do that. I had 600 in the bank saved for that trip, and that is more than enough for what we've planned. So that is all set. Quick 250 is getting 34. Put that line through there, and this is almost there. We just have one more stuffing to get there. So it has 100 in the bank. We are adding 34. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now it has 20, 40, 50, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73. Plus 100. So 173. And quick 250. We're almost there. And then in month ahead, we are stuffing 11. Now it has 20, 30, 40, 1, 2, 3. So $43 in month ahead. So what I'm doing for month ahead is I am picking one monthly fixed expense that's like a bill, and I am saving up for that. So our car insurance each month is $123. So I've just made a savings tracker to equal that. And once we get this bill all saved, we will tuck that away and we will pick our next bill that we will start saving for. So that's just to get a fully funded month of all of our bills in the bank. Credit card payment is getting nothing. Short-term vehicle is getting 25. And now it has 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 85, 90, 95, 100. So we have 100 in short-term vehicle. And that is to get like oil changes, tire rotation, just like regular, more frequent maintenance. So that's in good shape for when we need one of those things. Long-term vehicle is getting the same. Okay, so we have a $50 placeholder in there already. And we have 20 here. And we are adding 25. So now we have 50, 70, 95 in long-term vehicle. And that's like long-term vehicle maintenance, like when we need to go in for like a inspection, and you know that there may be a lot of work that needs to be done. And car registration is getting a 20, and that is all it has. That's it for that envelope. Next is this holiday envelope, and all we're stuffing here is Valentine's Day. We're doing a 50. So now Valentine's Day has 50, 60, 65, 70. Not bad. We are quickly approaching. So I'd like to get a little more in there for Valentine's. And next we have our Christmas fund, and we are doing, what are we doing for Christmas? We are doing 27 and 43, and that equals $70. So we've circled the 27 and the 43, and we're going to mark those off because now we are actually stuffing them. And we're going to add 70. So a 50 and a 20, and now we have 50, 70, 90, 100, 110, 11, 12. So 112 in Christmas. And that's all set. Next we have our 100-day challenge. And this one will take a few minutes. All right, so we are going to go ahead and stuff 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31 to close out our first monthly savings challenge. So we started on January 1st, and we have worked through the month, and now we are going to finish out January. And this is just going to debt. All this is just makes it a little bit more fun way to save. So right after I'm done with this, I will go ahead and do a unstuffing of this envelope, and I will take it all right to the bank and put it right on the document. Here's 27, 28, 29, 25, 26, 29, 30, and 31. Very exciting to have completely stuffed all 31 envelopes in this challenge. This is the first savings challenge I completed in 2025, and that is very exciting. You know what I'm going to do? So I have this other little birthday savings challenge that I have stuck back in here. I am going to go ahead and take one of these 5s that was rollover from my wallet and put it in here. And I will, I do have a marker right here. We'll go ahead and fill in one of these 5s. Perfect. Knew I could find some place to put those. Oh, this is so full. Look at this. Definitely time to unstuff. I will do that as soon as we are done here. Very exciting. So stay tuned. That will probably just be a short on my channel. And next we have our 100 challenge. And this is just getting 20. I had an 11, and I accidentally crossed this one off already. My daughter colored it in. So I was doing 9 and 11 for a total of 20. So now we have 50, 70, 90, 95, 100, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh gosh, this is all mixed up. Hold on. Hold on. Goes in there. 50, 70, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 123 plus a $100 placeholder. Oh, is that possible? 200? So 3. That's exciting. That is very exciting. All right, we've got a really good start on our 100 challenge. Again, that one is also just going to debt. And I did want to show you guys one more thing. So the Budget by Paycheck workbook that I was telling you about, so it has just a download printable version. I did want to show you one of the things that I'm doing from her challenge. Is she had these savings goal trackers, and we are working towards saving for a trip for our family of 6 to go to Universal Studios in Florida, in Orlando. So what I have done is I have budgeted out what I believe that trip will cost us, and I have created a plan. It's not going to be easy to get there. I don't honestly have any idea how long it will take us to get there. But I've budgeted out what I believe we will need for each part of the trip. And I have delegated kind of each section, kind of each one of these leaves to represent, like in this category, a leaf is $42. So once we get to the top of that, we will have enough saved for our travel. And in the lodging category, it's $25 per leaf. So I am going to go ahead and do what I was able to do. I am doing a $25 leaf for lodging. I'm going to go ahead and color in one of these. I am going to do a $25 leaf for food. And for now, I am just going to set this aside. And then I'm going to do one of the $18 leaves towards spending. So that is 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. For that. So this money is going towards our Universal trip. I think what I need to do is get like another mini binder where I have envelopes that are just for these 4 categories, and it will be like our Universal savings binder. So I think that's what I'm gonna try to do for this. For right now, I'm just gonna set this aside. All right. I have a bunch more money here, and I'm not entirely sure why. I'm not sure what I missed. Oh, I do know something that I missed. I missed my coffee envelope. I know that needs 35, 10, 20. Oh, that's exactly, it's not the denominations that I had thought would be here, but it is exactly $35. So that's what I am missing. Let me grab that real quick. So here I have my coffee envelope, and I am putting in 10, 20, 35. And this is another one that I have not, I've moved it out of my wallet, just because I really never ever pay cash for coffee. I just more so will stuff this and then unstuff it, when I do like a bi-weekly or a monthly unstuffing, and I will pay myself back in my checking account. So again, this just does not really have a home right now. I don't want to carry it around in my wallet. Like I said, I'm using those paper envelopes right now that have the built-in trackers. So I am just going to set this aside with all of my other binders for now. So that's all. I have this dollar that I need to figure out what I'm going to do with, but it will find a home. I have a few other $1 bills lying around that I am attempting to start a $1 savings challenge with. So that is where this will find its home. Okay? So if you made it this far, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you watching along today. Go ahead and give a like, thumbs up, and a subscribe if you would like to see more content like this. Hope you guys all have a great week, and I'll see you soon.